Hello viewers, in this video I'm going to talk about how you can load your file into Microsoft Fabric Lakehouse. Transform that file using Pyspark and Python. And finally, I'm going to demonstrate how you can do reporting by creating an interactive dashboard that meets industry standard. Now, this video is part of the series of videos I'm making on Microsoft Fabric. So I started last week. I started by showing how you can create an interactive dashboard for reporting using Microsoft Fabric. So I dropped a lot of information in that video. So if you have not watched that video, please go back and watch it. You might have one or two things to gain from it. So everything you need to know on how to load your file or your data into Microsoft Fabric, I'm going to discuss about it now. I'm going to use a simple method of uploading the file into the table of Lakehouse. Without wasting time, let's get started. First of all, let's create a Lakehouse. I go to the left side of the Microsoft Fabric, click on Data Engineering. I click on Lakehouse. I name the Lakehouse. I click Create. Now we need to upload our CSV file to the Lakehouse and then convert it to a data table. I go to the File section, click on these three buttons. I need to create a subfolder. I click New Subfolder. I name it. I click Create. Under the subfolder, I click on the three buttons. Click Upload to upload the file. I click here. I click Global Superstore to upload it. I click Upload. So as you can see, it's uploading. Under the data tables, I have files and tables. Files folder represents the unmanaged section of the Lakehouse. So this is your managed section of the Lakehouse, while the tables represents the managed section of the Lakehouse. So our file is ready. It has been uploaded. So I close this. I click the subfolder. As you can see, this is the file. I click on these three buttons. I click Load to Tables. I click New Tables. I remove this. I click Load. So you can see it's loading. Our file has been uploaded to the table. If I click on it to preview the file, this is our file. These are the columns we have, and our file is in data format. Please note that whenever you are loading a new file to the table, the file format will be data format by default. Our file is ready. The next thing I need to do is to clean up this file. As you can see, it doesn't have a meaningful header name, and I need to reduce the column. These are the two major things I need to do here. Let me start cleaning our file. So I go to Open Notebook, click on it, click New Notebook. So this is the notebook workspace. I click the three buttons, click Load Data into Spark. I click Spark. Please note that I'm using Pyspark. We have other languages. We have Spark Scala, Spark SQL, and Spark R. I run this. This is the table. The first thing I need to do here now is to count the number of rows and the data type. I have the script already. So this is the script. I run it. We have 1000 rows. These are the data type. Let me run this code to optimize the performance of the table. I execute it. Let's move on. I'm going to remove 11 columns as part of the cleaning. I click execute. Alright, as you can see, I have fewer columns now. The CSV file does not have a column header, a meaningful column header, as you can see from here. Let me rename these columns. Here is my script. Because of our time, I can't start typing all these scripts. I paste it over here. I execute the scripts. Alright, as you can see, I've renamed the column header to a meaningful name. The table looks better now. We have done the necessary transformation. So let's write this clean file to a table in the Lakehouse. So this is the table I will use for reporting. This is the script. Let me run it. Let me refresh this table. This is our clean table. It's ready to be used for Power BI reporting. Before we go on with that, despite having the possibility to create non-data tables under tables here, any non-data table created here will be unavailable for querying via SQL endpoints, and you cannot use it for Power BI reports. So let's have that in mind. The clean data is ready for reporting. So I go over here, change this to SQL Analytics endpoint. I click SQL Analytics endpoint. Please, before we go on, let me show you something. You can also use new semantic model to make more transformation, to carry out more transformation using SQL query language. But I think my table looks good. I click new reports, click continue. So it has taken us to Power BI workspace. Let's start creating our dashboard. This is the clean data. I click format page. Let me pick this background color. Let me reduce the transparency. Let me add some shapes. Let me also add another shape. This is not going to be one beautiful dashboard. It's just to make a demonstration. You can check my previous video where I spent so much time designing a dashboard. So I'm duplicating it. I'm just doing everything from scratch. Let me start adding the information I want. I double click card. I select profits, the total profit. I select this color, make it thicker. I go to general, title, products and profits. Put it at the center. I change the background color, text color. That's under title, under properties, under effects. I change the background. I go to visuals, under category. I change the background to this. I think we are good to go. I duplicate it. Let me put the header. Let me align it at the center. Change the color. Change the font size. I change the background. I double click slides. I put it over here. Let me start formatting it. I go to format, slicer settings. I want vertical. Yes, let me leave it as multi-select caption. Let me go to general, effects. Let me change the background. Let me go to slicer settings, values, good. Align it to the center, increase the font size. I duplicate this. I change it to subcategory. Go to visuals, slicer settings. I select drop down, product name. I change the title, product name. All right, let me pause the video and create the remaining visuals. So let me duplicate it. Top 5 customers based on sales. So I go to filter. Under this top, let me pick top 4 and top N. I click apply. Let me format it a little. I go to format, slices. Let me pause the video and create the remaining visuals. So this is the dashboard I've created. As you can see, this dashboard is interactive. So whichever one I click, you will see the effects in other visuals. As you can see, the figures have changed for clicking appliances. Whichever one I click, you will see the effects in other ones. So it's an interactive dashboard, even though it's not the best of the dashboard out there. My main focus is to demonstrate how we can work with a table in Microsoft Fabric. So I was able to do that, clean up the table, and did a report with it by creating this interactive dashboard. So that's it for this video. If this video is helpful to you, please subscribe, hit the notification button so that whenever I drop any video, you'll be the first to be notified. Please don't forget to share the video. Thanks for watching. See you in my next video.